I hate when I laugh, but like I shake my head. So
What?
You shake your head when you laugh? Why do you think that is?
What? Yo.
Why do you shake your head when you laugh? That's
I don't
interesting.
know,
It's
like,
a weird take.
And now that I hear it.
Like, why is that? That's strange.
No, with the
Interesting.
knees, I hear it.
Did you guys ever like purposely change your laughs as you were growing up?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
like I did
Every
that all the
week.
time. I don't know why. Like there'll be times like yeah, I would just get tired of laughing. I'm like, let me try a different one.
Let me.
And then it caught on. I'm like, wait, what?
Back.
You would think you can't change your laugh because it's such a like involuntary thing. Like when something's funny, you just laugh, but you really can't change your laugh.
You
The
can
laugh
change
we got now,
anything.
we probably changed it from an old one.
Right?
Forgot to change it.
Yo, that's funny because I'm trying to think like,
I
what
feel
was
like-
my old
I
laugh?
feel like my.
What was my old
I'm trying to
Trying to
think.
think back in the past. No, I think laughs kind of are like genetic too, like hereditary.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of my family laugh the same way.
I could see that.
I don't
Yeah.
think I paid attention to my family laughs like that.
Yeah, maybe it's like a subconscious thing. I don't know.
Like that's how they laugh. They be like,
Well, maybe it's like sneezing. Like you ever like see, like your parents ever have like a weird sneeze? Like my dad has like the loud sneeze. Like like the dad like Achoo! Just
you
like
block
yells
the air.
like unnecessarily loud. Like he always does that. And maybe I'm gonna get that. Who knows? Maybe that's genetic.
yeah, we're gonna get that at your old age.
I think, laughs and sneezes, I think that's gonna be the whole episode. I think that's what we're gonna talk about for the
shit.
next 50
Laughs and
minutes.
fucking sneezes.
Let's just talk
Achoo.
about sneezes and
We all
no,
fuck around sneeze during this episode.
yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
she
Okay,
don't respect y'all. She gave y'all that fake ass sneeze. Y'all
That's
saw it?
wild. That is fucked up.
As an example, I'm
I
gonna
can't
give
believe you did
examples. You gotta
Yo,
show the audience.
you know what?
Yo,
Let's just, no,
you
let's
gotta show
no,
your
no,
work.
no, we gotta start the episode
Do
before you
fire
keep,
signs, fire
disrespecting the
conversation.
fucking
Do
audience.
fire signs, fire conversation. Do fire
fake
signs,
sneeze.
fire conversation. Do fire
like my
signs,
hair?
fire conversation.
What?
We have
Could
a-
you hear it?
We have a jingle.
Okay, yeah, we have a jingle. That was the way we start
Yeah,
every
they
episode.
dump
What do you
that
think was
shit.
going on?
I need to dump that shit. I'm like, I'm trying.
Yeah. I should have put it louder. Yeah, it was like, what the fuck? Do I hear them like talking
Do fire
faintly in the
signs,
background?
fire conversations.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 131 of the Empty Opinions podcast with your host, Lottie Polanco.
Kill it can.
And for this episode, we have a very, very, very special
A
guest.
celeb.
Repeat guest, celeb, Philly, local celebrity, one of the greatest rappers in Philly.
Ever.
Male or female. I don't give
Ever-
a fuck who you're
to have
talking
ever
about.
lived.
Nye was literally one of the first people I knew that made music. We all have like the one friend that like starts making music, but Nye was like the first one and also the best one, which is wild because over the years I've
Right.
met a lot of like of my friends who are like, I'm gonna start rapping, right? And then they post a shitty snippet on Instagram stories, and you're like, you know
I
what?
dropped my first like singing type song. It's called I Promise. This
Yeah.
nigga was on my head in school.
No.
Yo. It used to just be cordial. Yo, what's up, Loco? What's up? Now I listen the whole way. I dropped that joint. He like, you make music.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yo.
I was shocked. I was like, oh my god! And it was the thing that was wild. It was
You
that
let
it was
everybody
good.
know.
Well, no, I was
Yo.
literally like, I had my fucking the speaker I still have to this day, and I was banging that shit in fucking what's the first class of the day before you actually get started?
Advisory?
In advisory. Like I was playing this on my speaker at 7:50 a.m. in the
Okay.
morning, and I was like really like, I
Number
mean,
one supporter. That's what you
from
talking
the
about.
jump. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
he
So
put me on the other artists like Amir Obi. I think
yeah,
that's his
yeah,
name.
you
Yo.
and Josh. I remember like I was
Yes.
playing the song. And I just showed it to you guys. It was like, oh, you listen to great music. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah,
I was honored.
Look at you now.
But let's introduce
Right.
our guest. Well, let's let her introduce herself. We have
Ny5.
Ny5 up.
I used to go by Lil Not 2 and 5. That's probably what y'all know me as. Old me.
yeah.
But I shortened it, Ny5.
Ny5. That's right. I guess that's the title of the last episode, I think.
Lil Not 2 and 5.
So yeah, now it's Ny5. I guess I want to talk about the 5 gang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The 5 dub movement that's taking over Philly. That I
Yeah.
want to know the origins
Now
of
you
that.
think we taking over? That's
I can
heavy.
see that. You
That's
get enough
heavy.
people, you know what I mean? It just takes like the
nationwide.
it takes a
Yes.
bro, it really just takes like the one person. It's like, oh, I'm joining this and now, instant exposure. It's really always about like in terms of timing, the right person has to like see it or join it or whatever. And that's really what it takes. It's like it knocks down the dominoes. But what is this 5 thing? What is the origin of it? I want to know more about it because I don't know much about it.
So,
The deets.
alright, so I wouldn't call it a gang. it's more of a
My bad.
tribe.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
tribe.
like I like
Yeah.
tribe because I feel like it unify our people more. Like say if all the buildings was knocked down, like we'd be in a tribe, we'd be in villages
Yeah.
type thing. So like it's more of a tribe, and like 5 is just be the best version you could be of yourself. Like 5 is me, 5 is you. It don't start and stop with me. It don't start and stop with you. It's what we
Okay.
come from. It's what we striving to be. Like it's I can't explain it because it's everything. It's like
It's like John.
like who?
Like
Yo,
John, like the
exactly.
word
Like,
John.
yo,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly, exactly. But when you think of it,
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
or
Yeah,
like
what's his John? Who did you say John?
John,
yeah.
okay.
Jawn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They need to put it in the dictionary. Hurry up.
It should be, yeah.
Facts.
It should be. I think. No, I don't think. So.
What were you gonna say?
I don't think it's in the
ain't in there.
visionary.
No, I doubt it. I mean, they don't. You know, what I mean,
They
they're
got
too out of
twerk.
touch to do that.
Yo, you talking about how to touch? Facts.
Yeah, they wouldn't
They got
put John
twerk.
in the yeah.
They got twerk.
Yeah,
in the
but it
dictionary.
took Miley Cyrus twerking for them to add that shit in the fucking dictionary. So, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like it just takes like a skinny white
Hannah
girl to do
Montana. Hannah
something.
Montana.
Okay, so 5 is kind of like a holistic thing for you. It's almost like
Holistic facts.
it's like it encompasses everything. It's almost, I guess, you know, it sounds spiritual in nature.
It is.
You know, just the term
It's
5.
who you are.
But I try. Yeah, it's who we are naturally, like innately. Like
Mm.
we came here as big balls of love and energy. Like let's get back to that track type thing. Like
Nice.
anytime you think of 5 or 555, like spiritually it means change. Like
Yeah.
so, like when you think of it, you want to be the person you like your higher self, basically.
Mm.
That's all it is.
Okay, that's
Best
actually
version of you.
that's very cool. That's a very ambitious kind of thing to start. I fuck with that. I like that like how much it like encompasses, and it
It's
sounds
'cause
like
I needed that myself. Like I couldn't find that in people. Like
Mm.
idolizing people and pedestalizing people. You know, you
Yeah.
ain't gonna get but so far. You only following innate virtues.
yeah.
So like
Ah,
You
I
can figure
needed
out your
something.
own, yeah.
Exactly. Like
What you want to
okay.
be.
and
Who
now
you wanna
everybody
see.
can relate.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And yeah, it builds a community, like you said. Like it really makes it less about one person and makes it as a group, as a whole.
Exactly. Now y'all 5'd up like shit like
Awesome. We're 5 dub officially. We're 5 dub. You heard her here first. We've been knighted by Nye herself. You know what I
Right.
mean? No, that's interesting because you know the fact that you are trying to like build a movement and something I've been like talking about recently in terms of like nowadays in the world of like entertainment, music, art, whatever, you really can't be that successful doing shit on your own anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just so much. There's so much shit out there. There's
Even
so
at the
much good
beginning,
shit.
you needed a team, though.
Oh, you always need a team, but I mean,
Like
but that was-
Motown, all them.
well, yeah, for sure.
It's a
Like
group.
just having a crew is very important. But I'm thinking just in the internet, like before there was, I guess, as many people doing certain shit, you could maybe get away with being one of the few. But now that there's so many people doing shit, if you want to do something great and that sticks out and that is consistent,
If you want to be Soldier Boy,
well, Soldier Boy, I
the
mean,
first rapper to do everything.
exactly. Well, yeah, Soldier Boy was like, or that's an example of somebody
Yo,
who
that
could do
shit
it.
is crazy.
Yeah.
He like walking
He got
history.
evidence.
He got
Yes, every
He
time.
got evidence. He got evidence.
He got
That
everything.
thing-
I was the first rapper to go to Icebox.
Yo.
Ice out of
Yeah,
chain.
first
real
rapper to
shit.
have an iPhone. Like this motherfucker
Right.
was
I
doing
feel like
crazy shit.
Right now, like back to what Ladio was saying, what he missing right now is that strong team. Cause like
Yeah.
it was easier to do shit by yourself than
That
you
was
could
my
hop
point,
on
yeah.
YouTube and like do what you want, shit like. But he missing that now. That tribe that be like, bro, you're wilding out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chill out.
exactly. Right, because
not back then.
you know, sometimes he can get a little carried away.
No,
We've
facts.
seen that recently. But no, yeah, that's my point. And
Yeah,
so, like,
people.
yeah, and but now that if you have a movement, like, you can get so much more done efficiently, consistently, and better. Right, like shit is more quality if you have a crew of people doing something. So I love the 5 dub thing that you're
Facts.
doing. It's
It
I
give
really
people
love
the
that.
same target too, because it's not like a group of people just
Yeah.
moving around. It's like,
Exactly.
no, we understand the mission. Like if
Yeah.
we don't even feel the best, we not 5 up.
There we
Like
go.
how do we correct that type
Like,
shit?
what part of the team you gonna play today?
That's
Yes.
bro. That's
What
so.
role? What role you playing today?
Yeah, and I could and I'm going to talk. I'm gonna tie this into. I guess this is gonna be a more serious topic, but just like all the shit that's going on in Philly, right?
Yeah.
And just the wild shit that is going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
With like the news of like people, I forget his name, but the guy he threw like he had like a clothing store, and he
Yeah.
threw like a get together, and he was shot and killed. That
Yeah,
get
4th of
together,
July. Yeah.
that 4th of July, and that was like one of the most heartbreaking stories like I've heard all year. And I was just thinking like,
Can't even do something nice for you and your people.
yeah, exactly. And I was just thinking about like that kind of maybe has to do, and that's why I love like the messaging of you, like the 5 dub thing. It's like the unity is something that, from what I'm noticing, is maybe kind of lacking. Like I feel like everybody is right now trying to do shit on their own, right? It's like, oh, I can't be dick eating. I can't be like, you know,
That's
this and that.
Dickie, and that's even illusion. Like,
Yeah.
what dicking is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you're supposed to support your man to the
friend.
utmost.
Yeah, right.
Fullest. You can't, like, it's okay to support a stranger to the utmost. There's nothing wrong
with
with
acting
that.
like just because you tell somebody, yeah, like, yo, I like your shoes, yo, I like your fit. They be like, yo, he dicky.
Why you digging?
I feel like the difference between dicking is credit. Like, you gotta, if you gonna do something, somebody, or saying I like your shoes, that's not dicking. But if you go get these Jones, don't be like, some such and such inspired me. You just rocking them Jones because you like them. Like, that's dicking.
Right.
Like, you ain't give no credit.
That's such a good way to differentiate it. It is about the credit. It is like showing love to other people. It's like, oh yeah, this is the reason.
But also paying homage. Yeah.
All that shit. Yeah. But yeah, I've noticed. I think whoever came up with dick eating is such a fucking. Kind of it's fucked up, but in terms of like you hear that and you're like, I don't want to be dick eating.
Who wanted dick eating?
Right, like, that's what I'm saying. So
whoever
whoever called that, it's like kind of a genius. It's like, ain't nobody want to dick eat. So them calling just being nice to somebody dick eating is like now you like suddenly don't want to be nice because I don't want to be eating a dick. You know what I mean? That's wild.
And some people don't even think of it that far, like the emotional shit into that shit. Like that shit really heavy.
Yeah. But
nobody dick eaters, nobody showing love because nobody wants
exactly.
So that's why the city's so cold, man.
Yeah, it's and that's why I want to kind of talk about it because of the 5 thing about like just being a group and unity and just just being your best self, 5ing up. You know what I mean? Like that's such a important message to have, and the fact that it is like a crew, it kind of pushes away the thing of like not thinking like doing it by yourself. It's like. You're doing it with a group of people.
like
this is a trial.
Pause. Yeah. Pause, a heavy pause on that.
Yeah. That's a super pause. You know what I mean?
Super pause.
Yeah. But I just so in specifically to this city, to Philly, right? Like what you're doing, I think is so important with that, and I just want more people to like realize that. You don't need to do it on your own. I feel like, and I'm kind of like this because obviously with the podcast, I do a lot of it myself, right? Like I do the editing and, the setup, all that shit.
I'm just the pretty face, you guys.
You're the reason people tune in. But I'm just saying like...
wonderful feminine energy.
Exactly.
Right.
My point is like, I've been doing a lot of this shit on my own for a while. But that's not something you should do. You should really brag about because it only makes it harder for you. You know what I mean? There's like people are normalizing not getting help. And that's not good. That's like,
And not getting no sleep either.
Yeah, like not getting sleep. You're like worried about all this shit. There's so much stress. There's so much stress on you. I feel like people are normalizing the idea of like not getting help.
But getting a bag.
Yeah, but getting help is getting help is normal. You know what I mean? Like you should be able to get help. Like you can't do everything.
I don't think people normalizing not getting help. I think we coming out of the ways of understanding what help is.
Right.
Like, and we real stuck in it. Cause even me, like,
it's pride
I
too.
still facts. It's hard to fight your ego, like ego death help. But like you saying, bro, I edit all my music and shit still too.
Yeah.
Like I ain't looking for nobody else to do that. But then it's like how you do one thing, how you do everything.
Exactly.
So that shit going.
But it's also a learning process too for you. Like in like your artistry is like that's something that you want to do, not necessarily like you have to do.
Not necessarily though. It's now something I have to do because it was something I wanted to do so bad. I do want to find another engineer that learn my sound so I could just be an artist. I don't want to take
that. That's the thing because like there's only so many hours in the day, right? Like as much as we want to like control every single aspect of everything we do, there's gonna be a point like with all of us where we're gonna get to the next level where you simply can't do it if you want to keep doing it because it's gonna get so big. Like think about it. Let's say you become, let's say whenever you become one of the biggest artists in the world, right? Like you're not gonna be able to like edit every single one of your videos, direct your videos, engineer your music because it's gonna get to a point where like you're gonna have so many opportunities of other shit to do. You know what I mean? Like other ways to get a bag that it's like it just wouldn't make sense financially for you to do everything. Exactly. And so you delegate. You know what I mean? So that's something that I feel like people should start understanding the idea of because once you get to the next level, you literally just can't do everything. And but there's the thing of like, no, I got to do it all on my own. You know what I mean? Like that idea. Yeah, like exactly. But I think we are and that's just something I've realized. Like people say, I did all this shit on my own, right? And that's great if you can get successful. But it's like at a certain point, it's just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like you should get other people, because there's people that like are professional editors, right? That as much as I may like to edit my own shit,
there's
it's like
who can do it better
and faster, and that's like the shit they love, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't necessarily love editing. I like crafting my own shit and like having control over everything. But I don't like editing. You know what I mean? Like I'm editing. I'm like, yo, that's funny.
I got to.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I can
do this
But
shit.
when it's like, all right, we do understand that. So what's stopping us from going to find that professional editor, that professional engineer? What's that barrier that's in between that?
Well, yeah, I think. I mean, we were just talking about it, like the dick eating, or like trying to reach out, or like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? There's
reaching out to
something.
people is so hard. Like,
It
all right,
is,
listen,
it
it's
is.
so hard though. Like networking, especially in like this age, unless you doing it in person. Online is like a weird barrier where it's like, oh, what you here for?
I feel like the barrier is the bag. Like everybody chasing the bag, everybody want the bag that cut the humanness right off.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
yo,
Yeah.
like it been times I reached out to people, like I thought about you for this idea.
Yeah.
What's up? Like I bring everything to the table. Like all you gotta do is bring your body. I'm not getting paid.
Yeah,
Huh?
That's true.
Yeah.
Especially when
like
you're first starting too,
yeah,
because
that's
like,
true.
what are you expecting? Like, I understand everybody's trying to get a bag. That makes sense, but it's like when you're first starting, it is kind of about like putting yourself out there, making the connections to then get paid, right?
Building
Because
the
you're not
relationship.
building the relationship. Because
Yeah.
like if you, let's say you do
Rapport.
something to like get to know somebody, it's like maybe you do it for free, but like let's say like I edit Ny's video, right? Like you should edit my video. I'm like, okay, I'll edit it right now, and then we get cool, and then you know what I'm doing, and then maybe you meet somebody who's like, oh, my man Salario.
That's literally
does
how
his
it
shit.
works. Yeah.
That's how all successful people work. You know what I mean? It's all literally all
Networking.
connections. Like they all know each other. They all say, instead of like saying like go on ZipRecruiter or whatever the fuck to get a job, Indeed or whatever the fuck. Like,
LinkedIn.
but I'm saying like when you get to that level, they're like, no, I know somebody, right? They're always like, I know somebody.
But those are the jobs that you actually gonna want, though.
Yeah,
like,
of
just
course.
For
the
sure.
jobs that you don't have to like apply for just because you
Yeah,
know somebody.
exactly.
Relationship. I don't know.
Relationships.
Whatever
yeah.
the fuck the term is, there's a term for that, I'm sure. But yeah,
Nepotism.
yeah, nepotism, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But no, yeah, for sure, those are the better jobs.
I love black nepotism.
And
POC
that's something that definitely
nepotism.
needs to
That's
happen
the
more.
best.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, white people have been doing it this whole time.
No,
I
for
I
real.
mean?
They that's a cheat code, and that's a lot.
It
Well,
is
a
a
lot of
cheat
people
code.
don't think. And it's like with a lot of like black people, especially like black people. I'm not even gonna say maybe POC, but I don't really know. But it's like sometimes because they had to struggle to get there. They're like, okay, now you do that same route. Like they're not even gonna let the ladder back down to like try to help you out.
yeah,
And that's where it fucked up, because it's like you had the opportunity, so now you have like the leverage to help somebody else.
yo, you know what's
But
funny?
they don't see it that way.
That could be a whole other topic, and I want to talk about that, of like letting them like get struggle because they think that's a way that you develop. I'll talk about that in a second.
Tough love.
Which is a big thing. But I was gonna say the thing about black nepotism that reminds me of like the news came out like a couple of years ago that Jordan Peele, he said, I'll probably never make a movie where the main character is white. Right? Like he said, it's only going to be black people. And white people fucking lost it. It's
yeah.
like, this is fucking racism. What are you talking about? You're never going to have a white person as your lead? Like, that's so racist. You can't do that to white
They've
people.
had
And they're
enough.
like, yeah, it's like, isn't there... Every
had
single movie is a white lead. Like,
Since
what are you
it came-
talking about?
Since
feel like
they came
to-
out with this movie shit, they had enough.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
you
like
think?
one person saying I'm only gonna have black people as the lead. It's like that's not really affecting your opportunities.
No.
Like
There's
I
a lot
feel
of
like
other
for
directors.
anybody to act like to dismiss the black problems,
Yeah.
and like not even to say black, but we just going
no, yeah.
dismiss it like you're out of here. Like
Yeah.
what? Don't act like this is not
Yeah,
Exactly. This
that
is not
is
about
wild.
problem.
you.
It was never about
It's not
you.
about
like,
you.
They-
what, yo?
They take it.
Like-
yeah, they definitely take
Like
it.
how
personal.
I fall and you get mad because I scraped my
Yo, because I scraped myself,
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, what's your problem? Like,
bro.
Yeah,
he
that's
be like,
yeah.
nah, talking shit like, yeah, that's why you fucked up your pants. Like,
Like
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
told you not to. Like,
The motherfucker fell. I mean,
help
like,
me
I
out.
fell.
Give
Yeah,
me
what are
some
you
help,
doing?
something.
I fell.
Right,
Like,
give
why
me
you?
a Band-Aid. Give me some peroxide or something.
Tell
Do
me.
something.
Yeah, tell me I fell.
But
Yeah,
complain.
I know. Like, I know I fell. Like, you see, we all see I fell. You know what I mean? But yeah,
like,
that is true. That happens a lot. But
Black nepotism definitely the cheat code.
yeah,
We
that's
need
definitely gonna happen more. And I think with more like black executives like Issa Rae or like people like that are doing
Definitely
that kind of
for
stuff.
me.
Well, yeah, we're definitely gonna benefit. Well, you guys.
When
I don't know.
I'm in the rooms.
Thinking you a person of color.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, POC. As a POC, I'll probably benefit of it. You know what I mean?
I feel like black is more of a mindset.
Mindset, right?
Yes, than a skin complexion.
I get it. But
Yo,
you know,
we could get into that.
this is definitely one of those topics where like
People
I like
hate
to.
me.
I like
hate me
to
for this one.
listen. I like
This
to like
topic.
stay away from this topic because like you know what I mean. Just because I know feelings
Off
involved. You know what I mean?
This is
Yeah,
an
that's why.
off-camera conversation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm Dominican, guys. You know what I mean? Let's keep it at that and move on. But I was going to say, so you were talking about, like, the thing about, like, you know, black people, like, being successful. And then, like, not really handing the ladder. And instead of being, like, you struggle for it the same way I did. I think there's also another thing.
Sometimes it's not even that way, too. But it's like, if they do reach out to other people, they make it seem like... They basically offer you, like, a shitty deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like say with music, say it's like a big artist from Philly.
Yeah.
And they see another big artist like or coming up artist and they're like, oh, you know, they tough. I like their music, blah blah blah, right? But then they offer them like a shitty deal.
Yeah.
And be like, this is the best thing for you, knowing that if it was them in that situation, they wouldn't take that shit either.
Yeah, that's a very specific situation that I guess we don't want to name names, but yeah, that's definitely. I remember I read something about this, like, oh yeah, this is a little weird, but I mean, but with that, it's like I was listening to a podcast, like literally just yesterday, where they were talking about the idea of like, you know, adversity like makes us become, you know, it can help us become better people, or like tougher skin. It's just exactly. Like we're able to get through like certain obstacles better or whatever. But there is the idea of like, is struggle really necessary for you to be like successful or like be a good or you know what I mean? Like to get ahead? It's like, is that necessary?
Now, not to even throw it back on like white people, half of the actresses, the big time like directors they're literally just their kids, like say the movie producer or whatever, that's their kid who's the actor, or that's the kid who's in the sound room or who does this or that. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing in a way, but I'm saying like you don't have to struggle. Like we shouldn't have to struggle in order to be who we want to be.
I feel like it's how you look at struggle, because everything always a struggle,
right?
Like obstacle, and it don't have to be. Like, if you know struggles make you stronger, then it's not necessarily a struggle. You just like, I gotta trudge through this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like an or like, you know,
it's a problem of the day.
Hurdle or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
And back to that, like the artist shit, it'd be like, is the bag all you got to offer?
Yeah.
Because if it is, and it's this much, what else come with that?
Right.
Or let's take the whole number off the table. What else am I getting?
Yeah.
Right.
Artist.
That's such a good fucking point, because
like,
they only see the money. They only see
you're right, because even if, let's say, that's such a good point, it goes back to what we were talking about with like the connection and everything. Let's say this is a big Philly artist, right? And then he offers like maybe not a lot of money, but then you're able to somehow in this deal be like, oh, you can get access to like my facilities. You can like meet the people I know. Like you can
24/7. Oh,
you can
give me that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can meet the brands that I do business with.
You automatically have the connections that I like. If you with me, then you automatically have the things that I have.
So that shit helps you way more than the fucking money.
Way more than money, but people want $1 million up front. Yeah. But you still got the same mindset you had yesterday when you had $20. But you want $1 million.
That's true. That's such a good point. Yeah, because if you get like a fucking $1 million deal, but then you're still making, let's say, your shitty music and
mindset.
Yo.
A 5 dub mindset. I mean, it all comes out to that. Yeah. But yeah, it's like if you get like the $1 million, right, and then but you don't really have the connections, you're kind of just gonna be in your own bubble. You know what I mean? You're gonna stay.
With $1 million. What you think?
You're gonna stay in your own bubble, and you're just gonna make shit, and then you know it's gonna be wasted, and you're not gonna like learn new ideas. Ultimately, it's just about who you're exposed to, and like learning new shit through experience, kind of, because we can all learn, you know, technically anything through the internet. But like I feel like nothing teaches like experience. So networking. It's like. Yeah, networking, like meeting people, like,
and every opportunity is your own opportunity. Yeah. Like for you to turn down something that came to you is like, how much? Like you got a lot of pride, ego to work on.
That's
like,
the other thing.
God was like, "Yo, we see you.
Yeah,
this is for you."
It might not look like what you want right now, but
It's
trust me,
yours.
ain't
It
this
could
what you
lead to
working
something
for?
else. Yeah,
Facts.
This is what
exactly.
you wanted, right?
That's
Like,
You like
interesting.
no?
Yeah,
God, what?
Like,
What the fuck
nah.
is this?
Whole
Yeah, what are
time,
you
whole
talking
time, the
about?
whole time that's something you was praying for like 3 months ago. And as soon as you get it,
Your
you're
whole
like,
life.
Nah, I ain't want
I
that
don't
shit.
want
I
that
wanted something else.
I
Yeah, a
deserve
little more greener. I
Right.
need that's too blue.
That's interesting. Yeah, it is. There is a certain thing. Right, that's true. There is a certain thing with optics of like, what is it? And I mean, it comes down, like you said, it's pride, is about showing off. Because, you know, with a lot of things that, like, we're talking about, like connections, you know, meeting people, whatever, you can't really flex that on Instagram. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you can't flex it, what's the point? It's like, that's the mindset they have. It's like, nah, whatever I'm getting, I want to be able to take a picture of it and post it on Instagram.
Yo, that's so true. But it's like, that's another thing when it comes back to pride and stuff. Because it's like, yo, my life is good. Like, I live a good life. I do whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
I have fun.
You want to do.
I do whatever I want to do. I have fun. I make money. You know what I mean? But it's like, sometimes people, like, literally post every single fucking thing they do. It's like, okay, I just woke up. Now I went to the bank.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the store. Now I'm this, like, they got their whole fucking John planned out on their story, but at the same time it's like, bro, like, what are you
But then
doing?
again,
Yeah,
you
what's
got
the point-
we
what's the
can't
purpose
can't
of it?
really can't bet. I like playing devil's advocate and shit.
That's nice.
But-
It's great for podcasts.
No, I'm not
so
even
keep
saying
it
like
going.
that's a bad thing. I'm saying
No,
like
for sure, but like Instagram
Yeah,
is
what's your-
sometimes the only place people got to run to. Like
That is also true.
we so inhumane. Like in real life, we so robotic. I could tell you, Lo, my day went and you just in your phone.
right.
And then it's
Yeah.
like I know my niggas on Instagram going to comment every time I post something.
They gonna
We
slide
about
up like, yo, that's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
They gonna
real
respond
shit.
to that. They gonna
That's
respond to that
hilarious.
post for real.
That's a great fucking point. Yeah,
100
that,
comments.
so I think that explains why so many people. I mean, and this could be a whole other topic because this was like the big thing in social media. It's like social media killed reality, like that.
Oh
post.
yeah, I saw that.
Everybody's
Yeah,
talking about it.
Everybody reposting that.
I actually do want to talk about this because this is gonna be like a 30-minute topic. I think. I mean, this is one of those that people have their opinions on. Like everybody was talking about it heavy, but it's kind of a part of that. Like what you're saying, like in your real life, you're talking to like your friend, and they're not really. You feel like they're not paying attention, so you're onto social media, and then you're getting the interaction there. Did social media really kill reality? What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think about.
I feel like, and in the same way, like you have to remember with technology, without it, we never really was able to like talk to people halfway across the world and shit, unless you was getting the fucking the call thing, so you can call long distance and shit,
Right.
or like you know what I mean? Like, you think
No,
of
yeah, like the whole
little
process,
thing from
the
the
card,
gas
yeah,
station,
yeah.
yeah, like. It's
You gotta put the code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
What the
lot.
fuck is this to the
Like,
digit code? I
or
gotta
you
put
writing
in?
letters and shit. Like,
Yeah.
technology now is everything is like this.
Yeah.
I can be in fucking Alaska, send you a meme on Instagram,
Yo.
and you get that shit right
Right.
away, and then you
That's
laughing
true.
and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same ways like texting and everything, but like social media killed the reality because the illusion of life is good
of
around
reality,
some people.
of what reality really is.
Cause,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's like people gonna post what they want to post. So
Right.
if somebody only gonna post good shit about their life, then that's all that you're gonna see. So it's literally the eye of the beholder. So whoever's account is, you're just gonna see what they want you to see.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I don't feel like for me. I don't feel like reality could die. Like can't get killed, can't die. It could get like a Lucifer, like you saying like. And Instagram, social medias is becoming one certain type of person place. Like it's gonna be if you think in this way, you'll be on these apps, and the people that don't will get back into reality and connect back with each other because we gonna be like, what is that? Like we already see it. Like Twitter, Facebook, all that look
like,
the same.
The celebrities and all the stuff.
It got a negative connotation to it. Like everything they want, trauma push, shit like that. Like
yeah.
and niggas gonna really eventually break and be like, yo, I don't want this shit no more.
Right.
I already be
Ass.
turning my phone off at like
That's a good point.
day and shit, like, cause that should be too much. You making so many decisions a day. Like we got a limited capacity of decisions we can make each day.
Yeah.
And each time you like a picture, that's a decision. Each time you comment, that's a decision.
Yeah.
For real, you be burnt out.
No, that you're right, and I mean sometimes
Next
liking
thing
that
you know,
picture
you-
could be
you-
the worst decision you
Right.
make that day.
Yo,
and you're in fucking
the
trouble.
worst
fucked up your whole relationship.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's all downhill after that.
Like, why you like that bitch?
And then it's like your
You
whole
don't even
day's
get it.
ruined.
Cause
Yeah,
you was
yeah.
burnt the fuck out.
Yeah, but what were you gonna say?
Um,
You were saying something.
I say a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all say a lot of things, and it's all great things that we say on this podcast.
Banger,
No,
each
but
one.
I guess, but that's a good point of like, it didn't really kill, like, you can't kill like reality, because the people that are gonna be, they're choosing that are there. So it's almost funny because that post saying like social media killed reality, my sister told me this. She was just like, the people who were posting that were people who are strictly on social media.
Yeah, who be
so it's almost like ironic that they're saying that, but like they're the ones perpetuating that illusion, if that makes sense. So that goes with your point.
Like,
it's
turn
like,
your phone off if it can reality. Like
If it can reality, put your phone.
No, like Instagram. You know how like Nickelodeon had like a day where you just they turned the shit off,
Like
and
the
like
Earth
go outside.
Day.
Yeah, they're like go
Yes.
outside. And shit.
Yeah,
Instagram,
yeah.
you do that for like one day. It's like go outside.
oh, that's gonna be a wild day.
Oh,
That would be
everybody-
wild.
Everybody go outside.
If y'all do that, y'all heard it here first from my guy Kameo. She need her coins.
You know what I mean?
She
Run
need her
me my money.
coins.
Run that up, dog.
my money.
Right.
That's wild. Yo, that would be. I need to see. That's not even that far fetched. Like I could.
People will fucking lose their mind.
I
People
could
will kill
totally-
themselves. People will do all this different type of
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. Like I'm now like picturing if this would really happen. I think there's a very real possibility this could happen.
That would
Imagine,
be scary.
That
imagine
would
they
be
did that
weird.
during a pandemic.
Oh no, people really kill themselves. I mean, the motherfuckers can go outside. Imagine
Stay in the
like
house.
24 hours and without social media, like
it's like the
Instagram.
purge. It's like the new
Yeah.
purge. It's like for the
People
next
fucking
24
Yo,
hours.
y'all gotta chill. We go too far.
People are fucking mind.
Can you imagine like our form? You try to go on Instagram and it's a fucking like black screen. It was like brand and there's like a fucking alarm like
Go
It's like-
outside.
But my thing
Yeah.
is, we so disconnected. I can see the kill reality as in it disconnected us from reality.
Yeah.
But imagine if they was really to do that, and people really don't even know how to interact with each other.
That's It's getting
Kids
to that
like,
point.
yo, kids growing up in school, all they have is they fucking phone.
The
Kids growing up
tablet, yeah.
now, all they have is they fucking tablet. All they have is niggas don't read books anymore.
But to be honest, it would be a help because naturally we are fucking, like I said, love. So like we'll just go back to being natural.
I think like
It'll
the one
take a
thing
while though.
It would take a while.
it probably would take a while, but I think that is the thing about humans. Like
Everybody walking in the walls.
Yo, that's what I picture when you
That's
said that. What's
hilarious.
the name?
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
walking in the walls and shit. We
What
like-
are you doing?
You know how in The
This is a horror
Sims they
movie.
just be fucking up and just doing dumb
Yes.
shit.
Yeah,
yo.
just head butting like the wall and shit. No, that's funny. Wait, what were you gonna say? I was saying something. I was saying
You said something about humans.
what I was
We
saying.
getting back to nature.
Oh yes, thank you. I was gonna say like humans kind of just like adapt to whatever. Like I was just thinking about like the pandemic, right? Like
evolution.
over a year, motherfuckers just started wearing a mask over like think about it, bro. Like a whole pandemic happened, and motherfuckers that were just like after 6 months, it was just like business as usual. Like people were just wearing the mask and doing whatever the fuck they had to do.
Yeah, for
They
like a
just-
whole month they stopped. It's like, all right, y'all can't go to work, y'all can't be on the highways, we locking the shit down.
Bro,
Yeah.
they open cities back up, close them down, open up, like.
But think about it. That's fucking insane.
We're
but
in
the
a
fact
social
that
experiment. I've been saying this from the get go. I swear to God, that was a social experiment.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
the way they did it, I
It
can
was.
certainly see that. Like, let's see how much we can get away with, like, making them not do before they kind of break, and then the fucking riots happen, and then it's like, maybe we
Say-
shouldn't be keeping them strictly in the house. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers are
Maybe
gonna burn shit down.
let's give them back basketball. Let's get back basketball. Let's give it. Let's like.
yeah,
Y'all need the NBA. Y'all too
yeah.
bored.
Let's bring back the NBA in the bubble. You know what I mean? Like,
Right now, y'all can bet. Like there you go.
no, real shit. It's almost like I could definitely see that they're like pushing this. How much can we get away with? And then
It
shit got
is.
real, and then they're like, all right,
It
let's.
is. So it's like how far can we push the limits?
Yeah, and then concerts are back now,
the
made in
government,
America.
as the government as the god of the
I
system.
got on a bus, right?
Yeah.
I got on the bus. I didn't have a mask or whatever. I left my key card in the house. So, I'm like, yo, can I get on the John? Like, I don't got my John. He like, you don't got a mask either. I'm like, the mandatory mask mandate was up the 11th, bro.
Yeah.
He like,
well,
if you vaccinated, he like, well, I'm vaccinated. I got a mask. I said,
What the
oh,
fuck that
so.
mean? Yeah.
so what that had to do with me?
Yo!
I thought you was cool.
But if you
Yeah.
vaccinated, why you still wearing
Why are you wearing the mask? Yeah.
Because it doesn't help anything.
Yeah, that's
that's a
weird.
whole-
I don't know what the
that's
fuck
a
that
whole
driver
nother-
was
And you
That's
an
a
on.
whole-
old head. Like,
that's
I
a
should be
whole
looking
nother
up to you for
conversation.
wisdom.
Yeah.
You not making no sense.
You
Like,
just listen
these
to
are our
everybody
people
say.
we have to follow. These
Yeah,
days.
that's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yes, bro.
That's wild. That because I don't know. This is kind of an aside, but like I used to work at this movie theater, and there was this like older lady, right, that she worked there, and she was kind of like the one that will talk to everybody, the one that will talk a lot. Everybody talk to her. You know what I mean? Like the
The old head, the cool
yeah,
head.
the cool old head. And then she's like, and she left the theater, and she ended up like said, "Oh, I'm gonna start working. Like I'm gonna be a bus driver." and that's who I'm picturing now, like who you're talking
Yo.
about. Like the old head is like, yo, I'm masked up and I got the vax. You know what I mean? What are you on, youngin?
I don't know, bro. Nothing.
Like,
Clearly,
like,
Yeah.
it's a flex. Yo, another thing that bothered me. I'm not like. I might get in trouble for this because a lot of people fucking did this. Like, you know how when they get their vaccinations and they flex their vaccination card
flexing
online?
the vax card? Yeah.
That shit is so... It's so hilarious. Like, that shit is so hilarious
why are they
to me.
flexing
I'm like,
vaxes?
why are you... They like, you know you could have went outside before this. Before
Yo.
you got it, right?
Yeah. It's like they thought they was locked in the house until they get vaxxed.
You know you can step outside, get some fresh
And
air, right?
who documenting who get vexed? Like, who you reporting?
Listen,
Like,
I don't know. Yeah,
I got vexed. Like,
Team leader.
yeah.
like somebody could have feeling like everybody who got vexed, y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
let's
get
turn up,
million,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
like-
Turning up, you know what I'm saying? Free tickets to the fucking Made in America concert, you know what I mean? No,
but they definitely did incentives like that. Like in DC, there was like,
Yeah, they
all right,
did.
if you get a vaccine, we like there was a whole like marijuana thing too.
But
Yeah.
you know, if you get your marijuana card, you can't get a gun license.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because
Okay.
it's technically a disability.
Mm,
You can't get a. Yeah, I was fighting with that.
that's a wild
It's a
one.
battle.
To my
That's a
dad said,
crazy
"Why-"
one.
You think so?
That's a battle. I mean,
What do you mean? What do
I
you
care
mean?
about my flesh more than to get high. I don't know.
that's the thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
like choosing which one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's a fucking...
It is
Because they're both have, I mean,
they
they're
have
pros and cons. You
incentives.
know what I mean?
Yeah, but we can get back to like work.
Work. What are we
Working.
talking about? Like, what do you mean working?
We used to work together.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, let's... Okay, yeah, let's talk
I
about...
do.
Put Acme on the map. Okay.
What? Oh, yeah, y'all were working at Acme.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bro.
What was that
Like
like?
Fucking red shirt, like
Yeah.
tray rag. and shit.
825.
What is that? I mean-
725 hours.
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Right, like, but yeah, minimum wage,
Part-time.
just like fucking wild.
Yo.
but they
Bro,
have me
how the
full-time.
fuck is $7.25 still the minimum wage? That shit doesn't make
I think
any
it's
sense.
8. It's like
Nah,
8
it's still
something.
seven.
No,
Here in
it's
Philly,
not.
it's
It's
$7.25. McDonald's, yeah, bro.
725. Parks and Recreation. did the
Insane,
worst.
in fucking insane. Like $7.25, bro. Like think about it. Let's say what, like 8 hours. $7.25. I don't even. It's
Imagine-
what is
no.
that?
50, $56, $58.
Insane. Yeah, like a day. Like,
Imagine,
what the fuck
imagine
do you
you
do
work
with
an hour and they have your hand you $7.
that? Bro, that'd be wild. It's like, yo, the hour's up. Here you go.
Like,
You
this is for
$7.25.
you.
Take it out of the
Collie is
register.
15 now. Collie is $15.
Yeah, they're racing in certain states because I mean they fucking
But it's
have to.
expensive as shit to live up there.
Exactly.
And they don't got no water.
Yo.
No, that's true. They're running out of water. How
They're in
you
a
run out of
drought.
water on the
They're in a
coast? Yeah.
drought.
We
Yeah.
gotta get off social media because I need to go to Collie and see the water running out at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, yeah, it's weird. It's like a whole thing they're saying. It's like drinkable water is running out, but
Yeah.
they're in the coast. So it's like, how the fuck do you not figure out how to
like,
like?
Cause
more
salt.
leads and shit getting in the water, shit like that.
I don't know. It's shit is. I mean,
Bruh,
like fire coming out of water. I
a
mean,
lot
shit is
of-
crazy.
Yo, fact.
You know what I mean?
No,
It's like-
Who reporting
it's the
this
end
shit,
of times,
yo?
bro.
Who
They-
reporting it?
The fucking water on the ocean on fire.
yeah, that is wild. When when the ocean's on fire, that's when you know. I mean,
Like how the hell you even? How does it get to that point? Like how do you monitor that?
yeah. Like, what do you do now?
We
It's
just
like, oh, I
watch
guess
it.
the
Yo,
wa-
what?
You just watch it. It's like,
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were like, oh, I guess the water is on fire.
Let's
I didn't
make
know that was
sure-
Hopefully you
possible.
put it out.
Yeah, let's see how.
Like,
yeah.
let's make sure this doesn't get any
Exactly.
bigger.
Yeah, but what was that experience like though? The Acme, because isn't Acme like a white store?
Yeah,
It is, right?
I mean,
Yeah, what's up
there's
with
a
that?
lot of. Wait, no, I don't even.
Uh-oh.
When did? How long ago was that?
Fucking, I worked at Acme.
3 years ago. Just
No,
guessing. I don't even
I ain't
know.
worked
It
there
was-
my senior or my junior.
I
year.
was a
Oh, okay.
sophomore. I was a sophomore in high school. What year
You
was
was a
that?
sophomore?
Yeah.
If you was then I was a junior when I worked there.
Yeah, so if you're just sophomore, junior, so that's about
What year was
3,
that?
4 years. 4
It's
years.
like
That's 4 years.
no.
Yeah, that's 4 years.
I'm a junior in college right now.
Yeah,
I
so
was at 4 years.
well, it will be maybe
That's like 2017.
2021. It's 4 years.
I don't know math, bro.
Yeah, come on, bro.
And it's the end of the school year. That's 4 years.
Yeah, that's like a good 4.
I
But
don't know what to say about that. That was a weird time. Like
Bruh.
jobs, it's
I
weird.
don't
Like I
City
don't
girls,
know.
I don't work jobs, bitch. I am.
One
Yeah.
great thing that happened to me there though. I remember this is great, but it's not that great. I went viral.
ooh,
Really?
Yeah.
fire. What happened?
Oh yeah, it was during my senior year. I did like the switch up shit. Got weave, had makeup for the senior pictures.
Oh
and
yes,
shit.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and
I remember
put the
that.
two pictures next to each other. Yo, I was at work. I'm at the cash register. My shit going off. I'm like, yo, I need to go on break real quick. I don't know what's going on. I
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at Instagram.
Oh, that's funny.
That shit had like 2,000 likes, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's funny that happened over when you were at your shift.
They really was fucking with the switch up.
Fuck out of here, all y'all.
Yeah, what does that say about society? What is that like?
For real, like what does that say about it? Yeah,
they like different.
Yeah,
they
I
like
guess.
when you be yourself, because like it wasn't even a switch up. Like it's a switch up, but I didn't feel uncomfortable. I didn't feel like it was me.
Oh, that's
it was
tough.
just you,
that's,
just
that's
different
crazy.
font.
I had the intent with it to go viral, kinda, but I didn't think it was gonna do that.
Yeah,
you low key.
I remember
you
that.
Manifested it on some bullshit.
Facts.
You was just like, this is gonna hit. This is a hit.
Yeah, you already know.
This is a banger.
That's interesting. Yeah, I vividly remember that because it was like a big deal. It was like, whoa, she got makeup,
bro.
What?
Why
like,
me
though? In their minds.
Why me though? Like
went to school, take pictures. Everybody like,
yeah. Is that what they
my
is?
story was at like 5,000. I had like 2,000 followers. Like
yeah, that's crazy.
Like that's
like,
creepy.
Like,
no, I felt creeped the fuck
where
out.
did you? Where all these people come from?
Yo,
What you doing in my house?
I appreciate the love though, y'all.
But yeah, but it was just a little strange. Just like, okay, I guess.
Yeah,
doesn't sound like there was much that happened in Acme.
No,
you guys just kind of met.
No, yeah, we just.
I said
Is
we
that where you
didn't
guys-
meet in Acme.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you
okay.
work there too?"
Yeah, we
Oh.
working too.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
cool. I
okay.
see you. What's the next time you work?
Yeah, what's your next shift, y'all? Yeah,
That's all a job.
those typical jobs. I mean,
I don't work longer than 3 months sometimes because that shit just burn out. For
That
me.
I mean, you know what's funny? We talked in the last episode. We talked about how you didn't want to have like the like a 9 to 5.
Facts.
Like I think that was a whole topic we had of like 9 to 5 jobs just not being it.
But now I feel like if I was, I'm not going to completely shun it down because I'm not in the blocking blessings. Like whatever comes to me is for me.
Right.
So like now I would just worry about more the people that's there. Like
right.
what this person do on some creative shit? We could collab or some shit. Fuck going there to get a paycheck and all that shit, man.
See, I feel like it's more experience and enjoying yourself, like doing stuff that you enjoy.
Yeah, bro, it's so funny you said that about like the making the connections. It's just like I feel like certain people just have the mindset to be successful, if that makes sense. It's like I feel like you do have to think a different way.
You do
to be successful. Like
Definitely.
if you just think the typical like, okay, I'm just gonna go to 9 to 5 and like, make the money, go home, like, eat,
I feel like
McDonald's, like
I feel
if
like
you
it's
have like
confidence
this
too.
well, it's definitely confidence.
That
like
adds to it.
you definitely have to have confidence to like
it's a
also,
vibration. Like the shit you naming, that's shit anybody could do. So like it's a vibration down here. Like eat,
low
go to
frequency,
sleep.
yeah.
That shit you do as a baby. Like
It's like bare minimum, minimum shit.
You ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Yes.
So basically, like your baseline is your safety net or whatever, making sure you got a roof over your head.
It's like the pyramid, right? It's like this. Well, we don't need to look. To look it up. But I was about to just because I wanted to read them all myself. But no, yeah, it's like I think there's the people, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what it is. But I feel like for you to like truly do something more with your life, you kind of have to get out of that. You have to see beyond the base needs, right?
Yeah.
And people just focus on that, but if you try to look beyond that, that's when you start to see, oh, okay, I can do this now, and this is gonna lead to this.
But
it's
that's
like,
the same
that
mindset you have to keep with everything.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it's basically an open mind. You have to have an open mind about everything that you
That's
like
facts.
about your career, about your future, about your day.
Yeah.
If you wake up and you just wake up to somebody just yelling at you and that you let that ruin your whole day, so now you mad at everybody else. That's your energy for that situation. You can't let that affect you. You have to have that mindset where it's like, well, today's gonna be a great day because I said so.
Yeah. Right. Well,
and that's it.
But the thing you said about open-mindedness, a lot of people, I feel like people are capable of being open-minded. It's just kind of, they just get tired. They're like, I don't want to think. Like, one thing I've noticed about people, nobody wants to think, bro. That shit is tiring. Like, it's too, you think there's too many possibilities. Like, if you really think about shit, it's like, it's like, there's a lot of shit you can think about in the world. I mean, life is fucking, there's so many factors to everything.
Simulations. There's so many simulations.
It's just like millions of different factors that you can't even really try to consider. So people are like, you know what? Why don't I just make life easier for myself? It's like, I'm going to wake up and now I'm going to eat. And then I'm just going to eat and like not think while I'm eating, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm going to watch a show. And then they just watch the show. And it's so simple. Right? Think about it. That sounds like pleasant. It's like, imagine just like, oh, I'll eat now.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that's from lack of goals though, because the same energy you could put into saying I'm about to watch TV, you could say I'm about to do this podcast because I know in 6 months this is where I want to be. Like it's that same. It's not no difference in it don't take the bigger energy to do the podcast
Yes,
or the bigger
good
energy
point.
to watch TV.
That's a good point. Yeah, so it is
Choices, yeah.
the lack of goal. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
People
bro.
don't really have goals, and I don't know why. Because I don't know.
That's just hard to say.
Well, it's kind of true. I mean, it's
true.
it's true. It
actually-
literally is true. You
you
ask
ever
people like,
where you want to be in the next 5 years? They be like, "Bear, I don't even know what I want to eat tomorrow."
Yo, fast, like. I ain't
Yeah,
even know
which
what
is
I want.
like-
Thank God I ate today. Real shit. Real shit, yo. So goals do be like
yeah.
for some people.
Yeah, I don't even
I
know
don't
what my
wanna
next
be
goal
alive.
is. Like, I can't believe I crossed my last goal, which was to eat. So
Yeah,
like, what the fuck
right.
is next? I don't
Like,
know.
I went to
You
work and I
asked me
came
some
back.
shit, like,
yeah,
I wasn't ready for
it's a hard
that.
question.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I don't want it to come across like shaming because if that's what you want, that's what you want, and that's
Facts.
fine.
And that's a goal.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's your goal. It's like
your
my
goal
goal
could be
is
to figure it out.
my goal is to not have any goals.
Yeah.
Like that's certain
Oh, shit.
people, and so it's like you know what I mean. Like it just, I guess you gotta calibrate for certain people, but it's like if you don't have any goals, and then you're like, here's what bothers me the most, and maybe this is gonna piss off some
He
people.
about to go on
Look,
a
you
tangent.
got.
The people that are like, yo, I'm gonna be a millionaire, and then you're like, how?
How?
They're like,
How?
I don't know.
I'm just
I
gonna
just
be
am.
it.
I'm smart.
Like I don't have any goals. I don't have any plans for how I'm gonna even attempt to get like rich. But by next week, I'm gonna be a billionaire.
It's Forex.
Well, no, I mean they have a goal, and their goal is to scam other people. But like,
No,
I'm just
don't
saying.
do that.
Well,
don't
no.
do that.
Well,
Cause I
No.
listen.
I mean, our last episode was called Rapping Forex, so we
Facts.
talked about Forex, and we talked about what it's widely known at this point, which is Forex isn't a scam. It's the
No.
companies that get people to buy into their companies that are a scam.
I don't even.
Like,
I
I know
like
somebody-
it's necessarily a scam.
Well, no, Forex itself, the way of making money through Forex
No,
is not a
for
scam
sure.
at all.
Getting
I'm talking
more
about. I'm talking
people,
about the
yeah.
same thing you talking about.
Yeah.
Because if you was to find a way to capitalize off of something a lot of people gonna enjoy,
Yeah.
then it's like
It's
you
like-
can say it's a scam if you're not the one capitalizing. But it's
true.
like it is
Okay.
people
It's like
capitalizing.
It's like
I
selling
get
Mary
it.
Kay like cosmetics. Like
Yo,
it's going door to
exactly.
door.
Well, listen, I think what you're saying is a great point. It's just kind of like, making monetizing, getting people into doing Forex is not
Yeah.
necessarily a scam. I think the scam comes in where like when they're not honest.
Yeah,
Like a lot of them
lot
are
of
just
people-
not honest.
It's
They're
like-
like,
I have a
But who fault is that? You can't necessarily blame the.
the whole group. Yeah, I understand.
You gotta blame the
Definitely
person that's not being honest
right.
with you. That relationship.
But
You're right.
it's a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people know Forex as like a scamming thing because a lot of people do it as scamming. Like there's some
Yeah.
people who do it genuinely,
yeah,
but then there's some people who be like, "This I'm about to finesse." Like
I don't know.
right.
But
And
think
I
it's
mean,
unfair
like,
to
what's
give
your-
it
what's
that
your-
connotation.
what's your
though.
it is.
What's
It is.
your-
Forex itself, I don't
what's your
think
Bank
should
of
have.
America.
Yeah. Right. That's
Just don't get
Fargo.
finessed. Like, just
Good
don't
fucking
get
point.
fucking
Because
finessed.
life is full
protect
of
your neck.
great fucking point because life is full of fucking scams. If you say, "Yo, what's your bank account?" and you give them your bank account information, I mean, it
got
could be like,
scammed.
"It's a scam." It's like you can cry all day, but it's like if you get finessed, it's like you got to take some accountability, do some
Yeah,
research, right? Like if
facts.
but it's like there's probably people who, I mean, I know for sure there's people who have gotten scammed by Forex, got sucked in, then. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna cut this.
I feel like
Made apology videos
Oh,
about the
yeah.
getting scammed,
I saw
right?
that too.
And this like, and we're back. I just had to get something out there real
That's
quick.
why I
But
ain't even. When I got out, I ain't even speak on it. I ain't say shit.
Move on.
'Cause it's like I'm embarrassed, low key, for letting myself be so susceptible to
I don't
that.
want-
Exactly.
I don't
Just
want
move
nobody
on.
to know nothing.
like, why do you have to like? Yeah. Why do you have to like make it? Yeah. Just move
That's
on.
what I'm saying. I'm not even going to bash or shame shit.
I like that perspective. This is true. It's
Yeah.
like it's almost like dunking on the people that got like scammed because it's
Yeah.
like because it's like kind of fucked up to do that.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Like,
But I mean,
pussy.
Forex just I guess forever will just have the connotation of being a
Yeah.
scam. It just kind of got fucked up. I don't know where it came from. I guess it's just a lot of people were scamming on it. So like now that's how people see it. But you do your own research, you'll find out there's a legitimate way to make money. It's like just do your own research at the end of the day.
gotta figure it out yourself.
What the fuck were we been talking
Or
about
with
before?
like help.
I don't even know.
Yeah, what were we talking about before
We were
Forex?
talking about working
Because you mentioned
investment.
Forex and it just drove me
We were
down to
talking
the
about
rabbit
we were
hole.
talking about Acme. We were talking about jobs.
Not ever working a job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about goals and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. But I guess that topic is dead now. Before we end the podcast, because we're getting there, I want to bring the conversation back onto the guest. future plans for Ny5.
Future
Where
plans.
you see yourself in 5 years?
Speaking
years?
of goals, well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to be actually 5 years, but like next steps, because I'm excited to see. I mean, listen, you've been one of those artists that I've been just keeping a track on. Well, we went to the same high school. I've been seeing all your moves from the beginning, right? So like, I want to. I'm for myself. I just want to see where you go because the way I see it. Like, I've already told you this plenty of times. I feel like your music is
upward trajectory.
Yeah, like it's only a matter of time. Like there's certain people I see what they're doing, and I'm like, you Kameo, not like there's some Jaja, right? Like Jaja, who we know. Like there's certain people I see what they're doing. Sean, like people that I've affiliated myself with because I know it's only a matter of time. Like I can see it.
Damn,
I just know.
So you say I'm digging? You digging?
Yeah, come up. We gotta watch out for his ass.
Well,
It's just that
He's
you
like, I ain't
digging.
going that I like.
yeah, I'm just
all
gonna
my
be friend.
pieces.
I'm gonna be friend just successful people, so I don't gotta do shit.
Come on, man.
No, I'm joking.
I know.
I got my own shit here, but like I just associate with people who I see
who's succeeding.
who
success.
or who I know are gonna succeed because they just got it. Whatever
because
it is.
you know where you going, and like
Right.
you want to surround yourself with that
Exactly.
beforehand.
Exactly. Like I just want to be around people who know what the fuck they're doing, have their goals, and are gonna reach it based on the way that. I mean, I told you when I heard, I tell you this all the time, but when I heard "I Promise," I was like, she's gonna be successful. Just look at the song. There's a clear structure. There's a great fucking melody. Like I broke that shit like a math equation. I was just like, this is something.
So this is perfect,
bro. You were early making your music, and I heard that. I'm like, bro, there's artists that have been making music for 10 years who can't make a song this fucking catchy. So it's like you just got it. So then now I don't even think about like, oh, what's not do like I like to see what you're doing, but it's like I just know at a certain point she's gonna be successful. But that's all that to say. I just want to know. Like, what are your next steps? Like, what do you have planned for the future?
No effects. I appreciate that. I need
We dick eat on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? No. Pause.
Yeah, we did another word.
Let me. Yes. Let's come up with another word.
So we empower.
Empower.
We empower our guests.
What was I about to say?
Yeah.
Ambiguate.
I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say.
That's what I thought I heard.
Ambiguate. Yeah, we ambiguate in this fucking bucket. No, we empower.
Facts.
We tell people what they need to hear.
Need to hear.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, what good does it? I mean, if you have something good
Why
to say
keep
it, say it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
why?
not dicky.
Yeah, it's like it's
Why
just
hold it to yourself?
It's not dicky.
It's gonna help somebody else.
It's called empowering. That's what we're calling it.
Facts. Empower.
Ain't no, that word don't even exist in my vocab no more. But next steps for you.
For me,
what do you have planned?
really
What can you say about it?
I don't got no super external shit planned. Like I really I want to be able to move in the world so peaceful. I bring peace to everybody I come across, and like that's really my plans for like the next year,
Love
2
and
years.
light.
Yeah, for real. Like so that the external shit that I put out is beautiful intent. Like it's nothing that's gonna really break it down. If it do, you gonna need a whole, cause like love win type shit. So that's really my plans. Put out great music, keep putting out greater music, put out greater vibes and shit, and keep fiving everybody up.
That's I really like that because it's almost like you're building like what we've kind of touch on. It's like kind of building your own community, like creating. Okay.
It just came in my head.
All
Sorry.
right, but like just I was like, wait, did I say what the fuck did I say? Like now I'm thinking like, what did I say something? No, but yeah, you're making like your own community, and it sounds like you're kind of creating almost like an area for yourself. So then when you're ready to kick into high gear, you're like in a good place, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like
Your own genre.
Yeah, your own genre, your own feel, like your own vibe, your own everything. So like you're making
like
exactly. So you're like slowly, like methodically.
You and your tribe. That's just y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Building the foundation. So when you're ready to like, it's almost like I like to say I'm gonna do this again. I like to say I'm gonna make an analogy before I make an analogy, because it don't be making sense. So I just be wanting to prepare y'all, right?
Okay.
So I just thought of this, right? So it's like, and Kameo hates when I do this. That's why I'm that's why I'm saying it this way.
This
but
is all the time, yeah.
you know, it's like you're laying like the tiles on the floor, right? Like you're like in the kitchen, let's say, and you're laying the tiles and you're laying the tiles. This is gonna be the worst fucking analogy of all time.
It's
so
okay,
just
bro.
get ready.
It's not worse
laying
than
the
a spotlight.
tiles. You're laying the tiles, right? And then, you know, you finish, you put the final tile, then you did it so that now you can jump up as high as you can. Did that make sense?
No, because
Like you can't jump as high as you could if the foundation isn't laid.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So all right, let me see what you.
I can see you said.
So let's say, let's say you're making a rocket. Like
Wait, this is everybody listening.
you on your Tesla shit. You trying to make a rocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get
That's
all
a
the
way
parts.
better
You
idea.
buy all the
Quick.
parts.
Yeah.
I was watching this. Y'all follow the Ancestral Queen?
No.
Follow
You're
the
putting me
Instagram.
on. What is that? Is that that's an Instagram page?
Yeah, and
Yes.
he be on some crazy shit, and they just did this podcast. Like you should really watch it, bro.
Okay,
it's called
I'll watch
Inner Wealth.
Okay.
Like 2 I's, like Inner Wealth.
Yeah.
And he was saying like, yo, everybody getting rich just to chase peace. Like you get rich to
Finding
get out the
yourself.
hood somewhere that's deemed unsafe,
Yeah.
to get in a bigger place with security so that you feel safety and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't want to get rich and be looking for that shit. Like
Right.
Find it in yourself.
real
You wanna
shit,
find it
like find that
first.
shit first, like, and the rich gonna come. Like that shit
Yeah.
opened me up, cause like even the rappers we listening to and shit, they still trying to find that peace.
Yeah.
Like
They got a lot of successful
yo.
artists. You see them like fucking Kendrick Lamar, like Jake, like so many of these like
some
big
of them did. I feel like Kendrick, like he the type.
Well,
J.
that's
He
true.
Cole,
left. He like. fuck
You're right.
Yo, yes,
This
and that's
motherfucker ain't even
finding
making
that
music
shit.
no more. Yeah.
real shit.
He's
It's
like, I'm trying to get
So
better
I have
myself.
a family. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Shit.
good point. But you do hear in a lot of. I know what you're saying though. There's a lot of rappers who hear them like, "Yo, I thought money was gonna make me this, and now I'm like even more
Facts.
miserable." And you're like, "Oh shit, that's crazy, right?"
but not even saying that specifically.
Yeah.
Nigga, like even still talking about certain shit. Like how
It's
you
the
got
frequency
money
too,
and
yeah.
you got the same mindset you had when you didn't.
The
You
frequency.
rapping about the same
Same
thing.
shit.
And they putting that in the music. They putting their energy into that,
Exactly.
to those feelings, and then people consume that,
and it's reaching more people because you got more money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not
and then you sharing that mindset message to
a
people,
mass.
and then they're influenced by that message, and then boom, they have that same mindset as you, and then they're trying to
They're
get to the
inspired.
same way.
because you never did
In a
that
bad
healing
way.
beforehand. You thought the money was going to be the healing. The money was going to do the healing and the happiness. No, you got to do the healing first.
Money is the outcome.
It's funny that you guys are talking like what you guys are talking about. I was while you were talking, I was trying to remember which rapper said this, but there was a rapper recently in a song that was just like, I can't still be rapping as if I never made it or something like that.
Imagine me still rapping about if I never made it. Damn.
I was like, yo, that's a bar. Like, there's a lot of people. It's exactly what you said. They're rapping as if they never made it. Like, how are you still talking about this shit like before you became successful? You should, go through some sort
But
of.
people
change
be
there.
rapping about shit that they haven't done while they not
Well,
successful.
that's true.
That's
People just-
manifestation,
But
though.
no, but like little tech and shit.
Like, yeah, like they're talking about like the rappers that talk about like
Just like bullshit. I'm not saying
yeah, like they're not talking about like like
But it
Lil
could
Tecca
be-
is like talking
yeah.
about yo like I'm out here killing people, shooting
wow,
guns,
yeah.
and then in his interviews he's like, yeah, I don't even. Do
But
It's
that's
like,
also
I'm not-
manifestation
it's like, I'm
in
not-
a bad way.
Yeah, it's like I'm
Right.
It's like I'm not
Real
fucking
shit.
bitches. I have a girlfriend. I've been in a relationship for like 3
Yeah.
years.
But why would you put the opposite
that out
of that
there.
out to the masses?
Well,
Like,
I mean, yeah, Kameo
image.
definitely put me on into the importance of words. So it's like, yeah, whatever the
Yo.
fuck you're saying, it's like
it's important. Words
you need to
mean
be careful.
things.
Yeah, exactly.
it don't matter
That's why I
because
don't
you
say
singing
good
behind that
morning.
shit, you
Yeah.
melodizing that shit. No, you're still saying that out your mouth
Yeah,
and shit, and you asking for that type of energy.
yeah.
So
Interesting.
that should be that. Like even now, I'm watching that type of shit in my music too. Like I'm real conscious in my music. So that
Careful
shit,
about
I
what
wanna
you're
hear it.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a good place to end. I guess what we learned about Ny5. We learned what the 5 is about. We explored all that.
Tried.
And it's funny. I love that first question because it really set the tone of the podcast. Because everything we talked about literally directly correlates to what 5 is all about. So we just
better.
you know what I mean? We just explored what 5 means, which is awesome. But also we just kind of learned you're kind of building the groundwork almost. You're like building the foundation for when you're ready to just go.
Facts.
You're gonna go. You're gonna know exactly how you're gonna do it, and I can't fucking wait for
I
that.
don't even think I'm gonna know exactly.
Well, you're gonna have some sort of plan,
Right.
you'll
It's gonna be
figure-
clearer.
right?
The
You're gonna
future
come
you
to
will figure it out.
Facts. Exactly.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're gonna get to a
Leave it
point
up
where
to
you're
your
like,
higher self.
yeah, your higher self will deal with it. All right, that's
Higher self would deal with it. I like that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
above
good.
me. That's
All
up
right.
there with that.
well, all right, yeah, that's a great way to end this
above
episode. I love this fucking episode, and I thank you so
Banger.
much for doing it. This is literally probably one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. And it was the same thing when we did the last episode. Listen, I want to keep having you on the podcast. Whenever there's shit you want to promote or whatever, just come. You know what I mean?
But that.
You can come here anytime.
Talk your shit.
But that has been it for episode 131 of the Empty Opinions podcast with your host, Alari Polanco and
Cam.
What you got?
And Ny5. Damn.
I took a big breath.
Killer Cam.
You know what I mean? My lungs. I think.
Yo, can you not?
Not. All right, let's redo that.
To end this episode, we're gonna play a song from our guest Ny5. Ny, what song did you pick for us to end this episode with?
Lil Nah, Overhead.
On SoundCloud, you can find it. Links to all Ny's shit on the description of this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Stay five.
I'm so high, not a lander. She wanna get so fly like a dancer.